Hello everyone, welcome back to Anatomy of Literature. In this video we are going to discuss a poem by metaphysical poet John Donne, and it is A Valediction of Weeping. So valediction means saying farewell, the act of saying farewell. So let's start. Let me pour forth my tears before thy face whilst I stay here. So you allow me to shed my tears in little drops before thy face. That means I am sitting before you and kindly allow me to shed my tears in little drops as much time I stay with you here. So this indicates an urgency that the lyric speaker maybe in urgency he may go to somewhere. So we will see where he is going. For thy face coins them. So your face is the cause that makes me shed my tears. Okay, so your face is creating or is causing my tears to shed, and thy stamp they bear. And as because my tears, I am weeping because of you, so that little tears, the round drops, they bear thy stamp. Thy stamp means thy image. And by this mintage means by this stamp, by this image of yours in my tears, they are something worth. So normally my tears have no worth, but as they are because of you, my tears are because of you, and my tears bear your image. That is why they have some worth, they have some value. For thus they be pregnant of thee. Because why they do have value? Because they are pregnant of thee. That means because they bear your image. So the concept is basically if a mother is bearing in her womb a child, that is the, you can say, a mark of both of them, her and her husband's. So like that same time the tear is of the husband or of the lover, but as the tear is bearing the image of his lady love, those tears are pregnant of thee. That means of lady love. Fruits of much grief they are, and emblems of more. So my tears are fruits, they are the product of much grief. So I have a lot of grief in my mind, in my heart. So those griefs caused me my tears, and they are not only the result of much grief. At the same time I am crying, I am weeping because, and those tears are emblems of more. It is not only that the grief that they signify, not only the grief that I have in my mind they signify, but at the same time they are emblem, they are sign, they are token of many more things: love, adore, and many other things. Okay. When a tear falls, that thou falls which it bore. So when I shed my tears, as my tears are pregnant of thee, the poet has already said, the lyric speaker has already said that my tears are pregnant of thee because they bear the image of yours. Okay, so that is why when my tears fall from my eyes, you fall with them, because the tears bear your image. So thou and I are nothing then when on a diverse shore. So as you remain within my tears, and likewise I can be in your tears, then when we are separated, when we are not close, okay, when I am in a distant land, you are in home, so we are nothing then. We are not actually separated, we remain within us, within ourselves. So the lyric speaker is actually trying to convince his lady love that let me go to the distant land, let me go for sailing, because even though I will be physically away from you, but mentally and spiritually I will be and you will be with me. So we both will remain close, because you are in my tears and I am in your tears. Therefore, when I am in a distant shore, I am in a diverse shore, I am not without you. Okay. On a round ball, a workman that hath copies by can lay an Europe, Africa, and an Asia, and quickly make that which was nothing all. So, the poet is referring here to a cartographer, a man who makes maps and globes. So, a man who makes globe, what he does, he first of all takes a round ball, a black round ball, and on it he lays the maps of different countries and continents, and then it becomes a little world. So he is saying that a round ball which was nothing before some time, after the cartographer, after the map maker laid the maps on that globe, it became the entire world. So it was nothing before laying of the maps, but after laying of the maps it became the entire world. So doth each tear, likewise each tear which thee doth wear. So likewise each and every tear, those round shaped tears of yours, of the lady love, a globe, world, by that impression grow. So if I can say that a globe can be a world with the laying of the maps, likewise your tears can be a world by what? By bearing my image, the image of the husband or the person or the lyrics speaker. So till thy tears mixed with mine do overflow this world, by waters sent from thee my heaven dissolved so. Here the poet tries to suggest that both of their love makes a world, and this world of love may overflow with tears from both of them. So if both of them shed tears, their world of love will overflow with tears, and by waters sent from thee my heaven dissolved so. And with the love of both of them there is a world, and they have a separate world each other. So the heaven of the lyric speaker will dissolve with the tears coming from his lady love. So if his lady love sheds a lot of tears, his world, the world of love of the lyric speaker, will drown. That is what the lyric speaker is trying to say. So in the next stanza the lyric speaker says, O more than moon, draw not up seas to drown me in thy sphere. So you are like more than a moon, you are to me more than the moon. What does the moon do? The moon can control the sea, the waves of the sea. So if you are more than you are more powerful than the moon for me, because when I will go to the sail, when I will go to sail, if thou shed your tears, you will control the sea, and the sea may cause havoc waves which can drown my ship. So weep me not dead in thine arms, but forbear to teach the sea what it may do too soon. So please do not weep and call my death so near, because if you are more powerful than the moon for me, moon can control the sea, and for me you can control the sea. So if you shed your tears, the sea will create havoc waves when I am I'm sailing. So do not shed tears and be patient to teach the sea that how you can control it. so that the sea does not drown me so soon. Because if you will shed your tears, the sea will drown me too soon. Let not the wind example find, to do me more harm than it purposeth. Here the lyric speaker means that normally the wind blows in a certain speed, and do not let the wind find an example that you are shedding your tears and you can control the sea. Therefore the wind can do me more harm than it purposes. Normally, in what speed the wind blows, it can blow at more speed by seeing that you are shedding your tears, or you can control the sea and the sea waves. So therefore I will suggest you that do not shed your tears, otherwise these elements, this sea or this wind, will do me more harm than it may do normally or generally. So since thou and I sigh one another's breath, so you know what means sigh, because in ancient times sighing were thought to shorten life. So if people sighed, S-I-G-H, sigh, so which means to breathe heavily because of some grief in your mind, okay, in your heart. So the lyric speaker says that thou and I sigh one another's breath. So they are so connected to each other that one can feel others breathing. So if I say that sighing is a kind of token or omen of dying, then if I sigh more than you, I am putting in danger, putting in risk your life. And if you sigh or you feel more grief than me, then you are putting my life in danger. Okay, so this is the concept. So the lyric speaker is clearly saying that whoever sighs most is cruelest and hastes the other's death. So as you live in my breathing and I in yours, then if you sigh more, then you are calling forth my death. And if I sigh more, show my grief more in my heavy breath, I am calling your death closer. So that is why he says whoever sighs most is cruelest, because he is calling the death of others. So this is how the lyric speaker is trying to convince his lady love that you should not weep when I am going to sail, because if you weep, the chances of my death becomes more intense. Okay, so this is how the poet John Donne uses metaphysical concepts in his poem, in this poem. So what are the metaphysical concepts? Those ideas that which are apparently dissimilar, which are not similar, which are heterogeneous ideas. Those heterogeneous ideas or images are mixed or blended together in order to show a comparison, in order to show something which is apparently very, very surprising. Like he uses the similarity of the tears with his love, tears with the image of the lady love, tears with the winds, with the waves of the sea, and tears with the globe or the world itself. So this is how the poet invokes the idea of yoking or mixing the heterogeneous idea into a compact metaphysical concept.